Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Sean. I'm here with another video. I just wanted to say hello to my friend Nathan. Hopefully you're doing better. And my friend Stefan. And you guys hang in there. I'm proud of you guys. You're doing the best you can do. You're out there trying to get some exercise, and I'm proud of you folks. This is my other channel, Sean Swinney, playing tennis at 50. I have another channel where I do, you know, it's like a true channel, I guess you'd say. Expose the NFL for being rigged and scripted, and some of the things that are going on in the country. But this channel here is for to show people and to help people get through being disabled, and trying to have a quality life with disabilities. I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a couple of days, like a couple of weeks I think. Did something to my back. I don't know if it was the shots I got, but my back was very stiff. I couldn't even play, and I've just been taking it easy. And I have folks at the apartment that I live at. They had to rip my bathroom all out and put a new bathroom in there because of the there's mold. There was mold in there, and when I was taking a shower, I just could smell it. And I'm like, I called the guy up, and I'm like, look, man, I need to bust your balls, but I think you got mold issues. And he's like, oh, I understand. So he sent a guy out. So this whole week I've been getting up at 6, 7 in the morning because these dudes are coming at my house around 7:38 with saws and all kinds of shit. So I felt kind of, you know, didn't have a lot of energy earlier. Came out, hit a few balls, and that's what I'm gonna do. It's a grip and rip. That's how I practice. People were talking to me about different grips because a lot of people that watch my channel around my age. And then they'll go to these other channels I was telling you about, you know, HQ Tennis and Winston Wu and Intuitive Tennis with Nikolai, really good people. And then there's a couple guys, Tennis Domination. I think his name's Kevin. He's a good player. I like watching him play. He's probably a little younger than me. He's probably in his 40s, or, you know, late 30s, early 40s. But and then I saw a really good match, like I was telling you guys. This guy Clay Thompson was playing another pro, and he got guys making comments in the section on Winston Wu's. Oh, it doesn't look like the ball's traveling that far and stuff, or that hard, or whatever. And when you're video recording out here, especially right now, like if you're playing, like they're playing in California, so the weather's kind of nice over there. I live in Florida on the East Coast, and we just had big storms. It was raining for the last couple of days. The wind was blowing really bad, and it's kind of cold out here. And I don't usually get cold that often, but when you're playing in colder weather, the ball's heavier, and it doesn't look like it's going that fast. But also, I'm not trying to crack serves like I used to. Have a pretty big serve for my height. I'm 5'7", but I was at the time when I was younger and I played a lot of tournaments, I was able to bend my legs more and really get into it. So I use a variety of different serves when I'm playing because I play a lot of doubles. I do use a flat serve, but I like to use kick serves, slice serves, and in between a kick and a slice where you kind of catch it, like it's not a kick serve and it's not a slice serve, so it kind of bounces and slices off. And I use that in doubles. And a friend of mine was asking me about the rules where you can serve at. Well, you can serve all the way in doubles. You can serve all the way over here. And the reason being is in doubles, when you serve, the ball comes back, it's coming to your forehand. And if you're going to serve over here, they're going to have the whole side of the court. You know, on return to serve. So I serve out here. I'll just get a ball, and say it's my second serve. Man, I need a haircut too, folks. But I don't know if the camera can see over here, so I normally go all the way out over here. And then most people don't really have a big backhand, so I'll just go ahead and throw a ball up and then put it right there, you know, right at their backhand. And then my partner was standing right there, you know, like on my serve. My partner's standing right here. And then you play back here. Give them an alley, pretty much. If they can hit that shot, then this is a great shot. But on the cross court, if you hit it to their backhand and they're right-handed, they're gonna, you know, drive across court back to the server, because that's what they're trying to do, you know. Or there's many options, but the better you are at tennis and the more comfortable you get playing doubles, shot selection is important. It's even in singles. So when you're playing singles, you can stand here because you've got less court. So you can just go ahead and, you know, if it's on the ad, you just would throw a ball in. Same thing. I missed that one, but same thing. Just put it right there to your backhand, and it doesn't look like a lot on there, but there's a lot of spin on that ball. So it's hard. It would be hard for them to tee off on it, so to speak. I mean, there's some people that can, but it makes it a little more difficult. So you're going to give your partner a chance to set the ball to poach and put the ball away on a return. But keep in mind, I'm not really putting a lot behind these serves. One, because some of the people, like I told you before, Monday through Friday, these courts are filled up in the mornings, and we have like a round robin. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is around 3-0 to 3-5 players, and maybe 4-0 players, because some of the people can't move. They're older people, but they're really good players, and I love playing against them. I love playing, you know, at doubles and stuff. And it don't matter about age or race or you know, man or girl, any of that stuff. I just enjoy the game of tennis. It's something I've always done, and I have a lot of knowledge in the game of tennis. I've taught, you know, I was teaching tennis when I was like 17, 18. I used to teach at high school with the coach and my friend Darren Farmer. We would teach kids how to play when they just started playing, because I had some experience. I started playing tennis when I was about 15 or 16, around there. And I'm an athlete, so I was really good at playing tennis. I was really quick, and I'm fast, you know, but I'm quick now, but not as quick as I used to be. But age catches up with all of us. So I come out here, and at nighttime I'll practice my serve, because that's the most important thing. That's how the game starts off, is with your serve and returner serve. And people were asking me about different grips, because they saw these fellas on, I think Nikolai was talking about it, I think Crew was talking about it. There was a few people talking about these grips. And basically, you know, if you're old school, you probably don't know a lot about that stuff, because you just grab the, like, that's why I say grip it, and rip it. But on the top here, you'll start here. That is called that's a continental, and that's where you're doing your serves. Like, you hold that, your knuckle will be lined up. That's for your flat serve, your slice serve, all them serves. And then if you scooch it over here, it'll be on the third bevel where your knuckles lined up. That's an Eastern grip, and now a lot of people use that grip to hit the tennis ball, because they'll keep it. You can hit with a lot of variety. So Eastern grip, I have like a Eastern and like a semi-Western at times, depending on what the shot is. So you don't, like, my basic grip is like an Eastern grip with a little bit, maybe a little bit over to semi-Western sometimes. But I just bring my racket back, and I got my leg, and I'll hit through it, put all my weight on my front foot. The same with your backhand. I always bring my racket. See, I got the continental grip on my racket, and I always bring my racket around waist high. I don't go up here. Some people, well, however you feel comfortable, but I find that if you were to bring your racket up like this, and on your about waist high, and use your leg, your back leg, and push off on that as you're hitting through it, you'll always be able to hit through it, and you want your elbows to face the fence when you finish through. Same with a one-handed backhand. If you bring it back, you're going to use your leg, your left leg, if you're right-handed, and you're pushing off of that leg to hit through it. Not everybody's going to hit real hard or anything. We're not trying to do that right now. We're trying to get people used to swinging clean. See, like I said before, tennis to me is like art. You're an artist. So however you swing the racket, that's the way you draw or you paint on the canvas, and canvas is this tennis board. You can hit, like a lot of top spin. You can bring it back and just hit flat, which a lot of people do, especially older guys like me. And not too long ago, I was playing my friend from Egypt, and he's a good dude, and he hits with a lot of topspin, and I don't. And because I hit so flat, I take a lot of time away from him to set up for shots. So I mean, some of the shots I was hitting, I was pretty impressed because I haven't played in a while, but my hand and eye coordination is very good. One, I grew up surfing, and that to me is the hardest sport in the world I've ever done in my life. Paddling out against the ocean, duck diving underneath waves, catching waves. When I was a kid, I would be out there for 7-8 hours a day on the weekends, and then after school, I would go surfing before I went to work. And one time, my boss even let me go surfing because the waves were so good. I worked at Red Lobster, and it was classic. It was like 4 to 6 foot and glassy, and I was supposed to be at work at 4, and I got there at 4, obviously. And he's like, "What's the matter?" I was like, "Man, I wish I could go surfing for another hour or so." And he's like, "Go ahead, man." So I changed my clothes, went across the street because I lived on the beach side, and went surfing for another hour, and then went and washed dishes. I was a kid, I was 16, 17, and I was learning how to cook and stuff. And on the weekends at that time, I was working at the Ocean Racket Club. I was going to high school. Then after I graduated high school, I worked there, full time. And it's a tennis club. It was a private club for people, and there was a lot of people that played at City Island, which was in Daytona Beach. And these kids, like, they were younger than me, 10, 12, 11-year-old kids. They were, lived their poverty. They didn't have the money to buy tennis rackets or tennis balls or even anything like that. So I used to go to all the tennis clubs and get people that didn't want their old rackets. I'd get the old rackets, and then I'd put a bunch of them together, and I'd give them to start donating them to the club, to the City Island place, and to get kids playing, because I felt we needed to have, because I was a big Davis Cup fan, and and I like American tennis, and I wanted to see us have kids be able to play tennis. And it's good if you can learn how to play a little bit of tennis. You can go to college and get yourself an education, which college is different than when I went to college, but you don't really need college, in my opinion. You can do your own business, start your own business, and just educate yourself. It's important that you read every day. It's important that you learn something every day. And it's important that you're kind to people. Not everybody plays at the same level, And you got people like, "Oh, I can be a pro, and I can return their serve or whatever." You may be able to. I mean, you may be able to return one of their serves out of 100, or the guy might double fault or whatever. But I just seen a match between the 16-year-old girl against a pro that was 100 and something in the world or whatever. And she's like 57th in the world or something. She's on the WTA and I forget her name, but she did good. Okay, the first set won 7-5, and she lost that one, and then the guy won 6-2 in the second set, and it was a fun match to watch. But in my opinion, see, the guy that was playing her, from me playing tennis so long, I can tell he was kind of tanking the match and not playing at a high level. Because one, it's just a weird situation they put the guy in. She was supposed to play somebody else, and then he was just called up at the last minute and came out there and played. So, and they're recording it, and it's in French and stuff like that. So, and, put a lot of pressure on this guy, because it's all this bullshit: is men better than women at tennis, or women better at men at tennis? And I just say we're artists, and we have our own style of playing. And I've played against really good women players, and I've played against really good men players. And I've played against people in their fucking 75, 80-year-old people that will take your head off if you're standing at the net. I mean, they will literally rip a ball, and it'll be flying 100 miles an hour because of their technique, They just can't move around. So I come out here, and even though I don't feel that well, I try to do my best. And I'm the only person that actually talks to people. Like, there's a few other people, I think, that do a little bit like I do. But I want people to know I'm a real person. I'm full of faults, just like anybody else. And I don't drink or do drugs or none of that crap. But I can do better in my life with it, as far as being more motivated at times. So I come out here, and I hit tennis balls. and I get my exercise, and then I meet new people like my friend Nathan and my friend Stefan that's been on my other channel for 5 years. He's one of my subscribers. So I call Grip It and Rip It because you can take some tennis balls, my friends, and just drop them and rip them. Hit the ball and you can practice. But I'm gonna go on the other side and we're gonna try and knock some of these cones down. And you can do mini tennis, and you can practice running the lines like we used to do when we were in school. Run up, backwards, get your feet going, get practice, and you can do a little everything. And then I was telling you, see, with that grip, I practice hitting lobs, and I hit like the high ones, and my lobs would come really close to the line. But if someone's at the net, you want the high lobs. If you hit something short, with taller players, it's a good opportunity for them to put it away. So you can practice stuff like that. You can practice shadowing with your backhand, like I say. This arm is stiff, this arm's bent. You're hitting through it. You get left-handed. I've seen people playing with 2 forehands. I can hit left-handed too, but I always like to use the hand because I used to be left-handed, and then I got hit by a car when I was a kid, so I had to learn how to do everything right-handed. So I still, like I say, I just bring my racket back, get through it, bring my racket back, get through it, and hold the racket like that. So has like a Eastern grip, like I say. Semi-Western sometimes. And then even on your drop shots, the Continental is a good way to use that too. So I didn't want guys worrying about me because I know I hadn't made a video in a little while, and I just want everybody to know that if you do your best, come out and try to do your best in anything in life, you only have to impress yourself, and you only have to be, you are your own person in this big world that we live in. Whatever you put in your mind, that's going to happen. You focus and you actually project your own life. Even the bad shit that happens to you, you do that to yourself with your mind and your thoughts. So anytime that you start getting bad thoughts in your mind, think of the most happiest time of your life, or something that really cool that happened to you in your life. Think about that part when that other bad stuff in your life starts coming around. Especially on tennis courts, I see people throwing rackets, they're mad because they missed a shot, and really there's just some shit going on inside their lives that they can't focus on tennis. So they get upset, they break their tennis rackets, they're throwing the rackets, and then they make themselves look a fool. And then, it isn't them really. I mean, they're doing it, that person's doing it, but their thoughts from what's going on outside the world or what's going on out in their life is coming into the sport. And when you're playing sports, no matter what it is, focus on the sport. Don't worry about what's going on outside the world. Don't worry about anything else. Just focus on what you're doing at the time that you're doing it. And do that with everything. Believe me, I'm mentally tough over a lot of things that I've been through. Believe me, I can't even begin to tell you the stuff that I've gone through in my life. I'll be 52 in a few more days. December 22nd is my birthday. I was born 1971. December 22nd in the city of Philadelphia and in the state of Pennsylvania. So I grew up down here. So growing up, I had some trauma from my dad being abusive and stuff like that to my mom. And as I got older, it was called regressional therapy. I couldn't remember anything I did in my childhood. To this day, sometimes I can't because of all the bad stuff. But I started when I was a kid, like 19 or 20. I was drinking alcohol on the weekends, and then I was drinking alcohol, and I was like, why am I drinking alcohol? Because I had a problem with what happened before. So then I started reading this book about Albert Ellis. He's a psychologist, and Carl Jung, all kinds of psychology stuff. And I come up with my own theory and my own way of doing stuff. So now I just accept what happened to me in the past, don't live in the past, and use that to fuel my energy and to get me through tough situations, because I've already gone through tough situations, you know. And I just wanted to share that with you, because I know a lot of my subscribers are stuck in their house and sometimes they can't even move or go do anything. I have a friend of mine in a wheelchair, and I have other friends that are using crutches and stuff. So I just want to know that, let you know that I love you and I'm proud of you, and you're doing great, and we're going to do this together and have fun doing this. And anything that you have an idea on exercising, share it with us, and then we can help others do stuff too. Okay, so let's get to this. I'm going to go over here, bring this thing's a balls here, and let's see if I can hit some of these damn cones. Still getting used to this racket, folks. Like I said, I was playing with the profile. I wanted to show you this. And the grip is a 4 3/8. So my grip is smaller. I was playing with a 4 1/2. The rackets, this is 9 grams, I think. Just look at this guy here, buddy. 9.3 ounces. And my last racket was like 13 ounces. It was like 370 grams or something ridiculous. It was a lot. It's a heavy racket. You know the rackets I showed. So I'm getting used to that, and I like this light racket. It's really cool. And I literally bought it at a thrift store for $7. So I definitely just wanted to try it out, and now I got it. And the only thing, like I was telling my friends and my other buddy Nathan was saying, because of it being cold out, I was like, it just feels like I might need new strings in here. I don't know how old the strings are. And a couple of times I hit some shots and I was like, oh man, I thought I broke the string. I heard a weird sound. I was like, damn. So I don't have a stringer right now. So I used to string my own rackets, but that's something I want to do. And I'll teach you folks how to string rackets too when I get my stringer. It's not that hard. You got to be patient and do it the right way. And yeah, I'm probably gonna go with that Slinko strings. And I string this, like for instance, I would string this probably, the mains would be 50. This is a little tight, but it'd be 50, and then the crosses I would do at 46, you know. So let's try some stuff. Let's have some fun, and I appreciate your support, folks.
so scary, dude. Oh, man. Oh, no. It almost went through the cat, man. Oh, man. Almost. Placement's important. That's it. A lot of people ask me, they're like, well, what's one of the things that a pro can do that I can't do, or what makes them better? What makes a pro better than an amateur player? And it's the most obvious thing, to be able to control the tennis ball. Like, a pro can actually hit anything, they can control the ball, put it anywhere they want to, and that's the difference. You have to be able to control the ball and be able to put it wherever you want to. Now, I've come close to hitting the cones, and at an amateur level like I am, I'm not playing at a 5.0 or 5.5 level anymore. When I was a younger guy and playing in the opens and stuff, I don't even know what my rating would be right now. But I'm very good at placing the ball and getting it in play. I don't double fault that often. I mean, everybody double faults, but since I've slowed down things, and I've always, like, another question someone had me answer me, like, how do I throw the ball up? Like, my wife would do that, she'll throw it up like that, and that was old school way, you know. They would take the ball in their hand and throw it up like that. I hold the ball like I'm drinking a glass of water. I hold it like that, and I just throw it up like that and try not to put any spin on it. But everybody has a different one. There's one where you can hold it with your fingertips, like a rose petal, and you just open your fingers up like Serena Williams does. She's got a beautiful serve. But if you watch her hand, it opens up like a flower. And however you do that, that's fine. But like I say, the most important thing we're working on, folks, is control, and we want to be able to put the ball in the little square, because it doesn't matter how hard you hit the ball if it doesn't go in. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Johnny? bounces up, right? Put a little slice on it. Something different with the way I'm holding it. I'll just try. I'll serve the way I know. Also, sometimes if your rhythm is off a little bit, that's why I tell you mini tennis. Practice here too. Ball. And like you normally stand right here, just practice your top. That's a low top, but you get what I'm saying. On the backhand side, at least for me, there's no power on the ball. Flat too. No stuff. throwing the ball. Or sometimes I come out here and I hit every cone. But as you see, I'm definitely getting better at serving out wide. I mean, I had some really nice ones, really short. No one's really going to get to something like that. And as I say, it's not always about hitting the ball hard. It's just about putting the ball the right way. Like cross court, hit a ball. Well, that wasn't cross court, but I start hitting the middle, and then when I get, geez, these balls are so flat, folks. I have to purchase some more. So the ball comes hit down the middle, then the ball comes, and you see it opening. Then you go for the doubles, or go out, you know, cross court. And a rule of thumb that I go for, I know I hit a lot of lines when I play in doubles and singles, okay? But I actually try. See, this is the doubles, singles. I actually try to land that far wide. So if I'm hitting down the line, I'm not trying to actually hit the line. I'm actually trying to get close, you know, about a foot close to it. It gives myself a little room for error, because I do hit, sometimes I hit very flat. Even though it's looking like a lot of topspin, when I make contact with the ball, it's flat. So I do hit a lot of lines. And that's just because that's the way I was taught how to play when I was a younger kid. So bring it back and rip through it. So I don't suggest that you actually try to aim for the line itself. Give yourself a little margin for error and aim by the line. And then as you're getting better and better, you're gonna find just by doing that one little thing, you're gonna actually hit lines, and you're gonna make your opponent, you know, put them in a bad way. Especially, like I say, when you're setting your shots up. See, if you can see the pattern that I do, let's say we're playing singles and you have a big serve, and I had already seen you play, and I'm like, well, that person has a big serve. I'm gonna try to see what I can do, get the ball back in play, and then let's say a couple times you miss your first serve and I get an opportunity to lay into a second serve. Well, I'll attack it a few times, then I'll lay back, and then when I attack the ball, I'll try to hit down the line on the ball, you know, not on the line, but I'll try to hit down the line. And then you know, when you're playing against that person, it puts in, they're like, okay, I have to watch my second serve. It puts pressure on them to make mistakes. And then when I play against them, I already got a strategy in my mind. I'm gonna serve out wide. They're gonna hit the ball back in the middle of the court, basically. Or if they even try to go down the line, I'm gonna be there ready. And then I'm gonna hit cross court and serve out wide. They're gonna hit it, then I'm gonna hit over here, then I'm gonna hit over there, and then I'm gonna hit over here again and hit behind them. I hit behind people a lot of times, and they're just not used to it. As I say, it's not as hard how hard you hit, but you have to have a game plan and a strategy, and that's one way to do it. If you just go on the tennis court and you don't really have a strategy, just say to yourself, well, I'm gonna serve out wide to this person, then a normal person's gonna hit the ball back in the middle of the court. It'll be your backhand, then you hit cross court, and they'll run, and then they're gonna try to hit cross court, then you hit down the line. If you watch Andre Agassi play, or guys like that, even Novak, they're setting their style up, they're setting the point up to their strengths, and that's what you want to try to do. Like if you can't move fast, and you're not a fast person, or you're disabled and you're not able to move as better than others, and you're playing singles, you just play singles or whatever. You try to set the games up to your strengths. Whatever your strength is, you try to make that person hit to that strength. And then whatever your weakness is, make it a weapon. Make it to where you can get that ball back over consistently every single time it comes back over. And then as you get better and better at doing that and get more confident, you'll be able to start going for winners, okay? And because of my disability, I would have to play short games. I'm not gonna be out here running around. If I get something short,
I'm not going to try to pound it for, you know, like hit as hard as I can, unless it's something I'm real comfortable with and I know I can make that shot. You know, 9 out of 10 times I can make that shot. I'll do that. But I'll use angles. I do that a lot. I use angles, and I use strategy like lobs and doubles. Like I say, a lot of people can't hit overheads. I've seen pros miss overheads. So lob and doubles is a good weapon at times. It gives you and your partner a chance to set up for like what's coming. And a lot of times, like I hit the ball so high, just from you know learning how to play tennis on clay, hit the ball so high that when it bounces, it literally, I gotta go turn the light on. It literally flies off the court.
Oh yeah, brother. Oh my God. Holy fuck. That shit did not hurt that guy. That's the second time. Let me do it to you, Cam. Why'd you just look in the air and say, what is that?
So I was saying, good strategy. Wow, that was close, folks. That was close.
I can't even feel it.
And when that light goes off, it is pitch dark out here. And you can't see your hand in front of your face. So, this hernia repair he did, it was a bad job. Pops out of my stomach. I have to push it back in sometimes. Anyway, we're gonna get down to 175, folks. That's my goal, and I think I can do it. I have been cheating though on the candies. The ladies, my wife, her mom, and her mom's boyfriend's mom, they made all kinds of cookies and candies for Christmas times. So I had to double up on my diabetes medicine because I had one of them butternutter cookies, and they put the white chocolate on it, then drizzle it with black chocolate, dark chocolate, and a little Hershey Kiss on top. Man, I can't tell you how good that is. It's appetitious. And O'Shawn's got to stay away from them things. So I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and whatever religion that you go by. Just know one thing: God loves you, and all the stuff that's going on in the world is being done intentionally because God loves you, and the people doing this stuff to you they hate God and they hate you because God loves you. So just know, a lot of things that are going on in the world, you may not have no control over anything like that, but you have control of yourself, and you have control of your mind, and you have to know that God loves you, and so do I. And I'm sincerely mean that, you know. I've been reading a lot of emails people send me and stuff, and I do care, and I just want to let you know, I'm not on here to make no money. I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. I've never asked for any money. I never will. So I'm just doing it because I enjoy, you know, meeting new people, and I definitely enjoy doing this tennis thing. Like I said, I was getting ready to try to play in a tournament at the end of this month, see what's going on with that thing, if weather permitting, and then I'll record it and we'll see how I do, you know. So thank you for watching. As I said, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and I don't make no money off of this. And the people that I talk about, you know, that I tell you to go visit and subscribe to their channels, I never met these folks. I don't know who they are. I just am good at judging people, and I watch their videos, and they're trying to teach people how to play tennis, and they're actually trying to bring fun to people's lives. And some of these dudes are professional tennis players, and their time is worth money because they have to practice themselves and train to play in tournaments. And then like Nikolai is about around my age, and he used to play, you know, pro tennis and stuff, and played in college, played college tennis, and a super player and stuff. And he had Mel, forget his last name, but Mel was one of the top players in the world and Nikolai got a chance to be, you know, to have him as a coach. So I like little stories that he tells and stuff too, because he's around my age and I know what he's talking about. And being from a different country and coming to America, and you know, bringing his family and doing good work and teaching people, because people like that are probably like $300 an hour when they teach on the court. So, you know, when they make free videos for people to learn and they're teaching you out of the kindness of their heart, you know, you should listen to what they're saying and get that knowledge, because it's being given to you for free. The same with me. I don't want no money. I just want you to learn from my mistakes, and then we can share for that experience. So, take care, folks. I'm gonna wrap it up and call it a night, and we'll come out here tomorrow and try this. I'll show you a different game that I play too. That's fun. What you could do by yourself. But these kids are the pickleballing. Huh? They go to my school, Spruce Creek High School. They're high school kids. I graduated from Spruce Creek in 1990, so that high school's right down the street from where I live. And I always see these kids out here wearing their Spruce Creek shirt like me. Here's my old school shirt, folks. So let's go Hawks. All right, we can do this. And once again, it means a lot to me. You guys are great. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate all your kind words and comments. And I appreciate you guys helping each other out and sharing knowledge with each other. So let's keep that going, and let's try to have the best life we can until this whole thing shuts down. So take care.